Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Token. I'm here with Mewtwo Fan Nate, and we have a really fun announcement for you guys today. Um, for me, this was largely due to my little, like, me still being a beginner in the GBA. I thought it'd be fun to try to get more practice in this format. So here we are now, and we're making this new league, which is going to be called the International Pokemon Amino Association, and I'm really hyped for this. How you doing, Nate? How do you feel about this?
I'm doing really, really well. I'm really excited about this. As you know, we all know that we're pretty new to the league format, and I really love my mixed tiers, and I think this is a great way to actually go into that and learn as much as we can.
Yeah, with the AML, of course, is the most in the whole land of Pokemon Amino. The AML is one of the most prestigious leagues, and with it only being able to accept a certain amount of people, I thought it'd be really fun if we put the effort into making another really fun league for the rest of the really good league battlers to partake in, because there's so many people who are now becoming fond and having fun with the league format. It's extremely fun, and I love doing it. Even though I haven't had the best results. It's really fun. So more and more people are having fun with the format, getting used to it. And we thought it'd be fun to just have another league for the good battlers around there to show Pokemon Amino what they're about, and showcase their skills. And we're gonna have a bunch of fun stuff that we're gonna get into. That's gonna make this league one of the most fun out there. So I guess we could just start getting into explaining everything. Is that fine with you?
Yeah, that's perfect.
All right, so I guess I'll start off with explaining the draft system. For this league, we took a lot of inspiration from the GBA, the GBA being the Global Battle Association, the originator of the league format. They, for season 5, came up with a really nice point system, and I thought we could use that point system but temper it a little bit and adjust it a little bit to make it unique to this league. But yeah, I think it'll be really fun. And I also, just before we get into this one, to mention that this league will also be co-ran by Clark and Ratchet, two of my good friends from Pokemon Aminu. They'll be helping me get everything situated and make this league as good as it can be. Clark actually had a really good league called the MHC that ran, and a bunch of popular users on Pokemon Aminu were a part of that league. But it was a long past that was about. So he was excited to be a part of another new league. But yeah, let's get into that point system. So for the draft, it's going to be a snake draft. Of course, that ensures that equality with everything. So yeah, it'll be a snake draft. If you don't know what a snake draft is, it's literally a snake. Well, if you're first, then you're going to be like 11th in the next round if there was 10 people. So yeah, if you're first, you're going to have the last pick in the next round. So that's how snake draft works. And for the point system, now we're getting into the main details of everything. You're going to be allocated a total of 640 points. So you will use these 640 points to get almost all of your Pokemon. Only a select few of Pokemon will not cost points. So our next key point is you must have a roster of 11 Pokemon, and the requirements for those 11 Pokemon are: one must be an OUA Pokemon. An example of an OUA Pokemon is Starmie, um, which all OUA Pokemon are going to cost 180 points from your total. So
Okay.
so everyone's gonna have to have a firm understanding of how each Pokemon is going to take away from their points and how they want to use their points most wise. And the 640 gives you enough points to where you have enough points to get your complete team, barring that you don't get a BL Pokemon. But still, we'll get to that. So next, you must have an OUB Pokemon. An example of that would be Raikou. It's an example of an OUB Pokemon. OUB Pokemon are going to cost you 140 points from your point total. Then you must have two from this category. And there's two different ways you could do this. For this category, you could go 1-1. You could get one BL Pokemon and one UU Pokemon on your team. Or you could go two UU Pokemon. But you must have two. You must have two. So one UU and one BL, or just two UU. And then you must have one Are you? Examples of a BL Pokemon would be Staraptor. Staraptor is a good example of a BL Pokemon. BL Pokemon are gonna cost you 100 points from your point total, and then a example of a UU Pokemon would be
Swampert.
Swampert. Swampert is gonna cost you 80 from your point total. Then you must have one RU Pokemon, and an example of an RU Pokemon would be Gastrodon. Gastrodon's going to cost you 60 points from your point total. And then last but not least, you must have one Inu Pokemon. An example of an Inu would be Dusknoir. And Dusknoir is going to cost you 40 points from your point total. So those are the only. And then you must have one Mega Pokemon in the course. But
Okay.
the Mega Pokemon is not going to cost you any points. Those are the only must requirements for your team. You must have one of each of those, and then the one category that's two, so either two UU or one UU and one BL. Those are the just exactly what you have to use your points on, and make sure to get in your in your 11-man roster Pokemon. Then we get into the three cheap Pokemon. These cheap Pokemon are any Pokemon you want it to be, and you can make that Pokemon only cost you 20 points. So this is where you really need to use these points wisely and make sure to use them on a expensive Pokemon or just a Pokemon you really need, and you can make him a lot less cheap for yourself so that you can afford it. So three cheap Pokemon and then one free Pokemon you will be awarded to also use. And then of course, then we get into explaining the Mega Pokemon, which I'm gonna let Nate take away and help explain a little bit on the Mega Pokemon and how it's gonna factor in with your points and everything.
Okay, guys. So basically, what you do is we have our Mega Pokemon and tiers. We have them in A, B, and C and D tiers. And basically, from what you pick, you actually gain points back to use. So let's say you have a Pokemon that's from the A tier. You don't get any points back. It's an A tier Mega Pokemon. But let's say if you get Pokemon, for example, like let's say like Mega Ampharos, right? That would be like a B tier Pokemon, right? So you would get 40 points back. If it's a C tier Pokemon, you would C tier Mega Pokemon, you would end up getting 60 points back. A Mega Pokemon in the D tier would give you 80 points back. And then we will be doing a franchise tag. And basically, what that is, it's a Pokemon that you can pick before the draft, and that will guarantee you getting that Pokemon. But let's say if you choose it from the OUA tier, that will cost you 180 points without a doubt. And then that's basically what happens.
Yes, but of course, there's some Pokemon that people tend to favor in this format, such as Pokemon like Manaphy or a Pokemon like Skarmory, who really gets hazards away. This allows you to get one of your favorite Pokemon without having to go through all the strategicness that's going to be involved in this draft. Because sometimes you'll get thrown into a draft and then you end up with a team that you don't even have like one of your usual guys that you're used to having that you can fall back on being a really good Pokemon for you. The franchise tag is going to be everyone's chance to get a Pokemon that they know that they could use well and can help them win games. And we will randomize the franchise tag list before the draft. And whatever order you get in the franchise tag, I think we're just gonna flip it upside down and use that for the draft. So whoever got to choose a franchise tag um, first will be last once we start the draft, just for equality there, because since they'll be able to pick one really good Pokemon first. So yeah, and for the Mega Pokemon, um you can there's a lot of Pokemon in the B tier, honestly. So that added 40 points is going to go a long way towards helping you be able to maybe get a BL Pokemon instead of having to settle for a UU Pokemon. You can end up getting a BL. So the Mega Pokemon, that's going to be the most strategic factor of this draft in deciding adding points to your total so that you can get like a higher Pokemon to really help your team and round it out. But yeah, that's pretty much covering everything. Other than there's a couple things. The list of all the Pokemon and their cost is going to be in the description. It's going to be linked in the description. The linked picture, it has prices for megas and it has a couple Pokemon that are banned. So ignore the prices for the Megas. Megas will not cost any money, like we just said. They're going to be in tiers A through D, and they will only add to your point total or not add anything to your point total. They will not decrease your point total. So disregard those point totals for Megas. And then the Pokemon that are on there, only Landorus I is it says is crossed out and banned. We're also banning Hoopa U and Mega Metagross. And then two missing Pokemon that we wanted to add into there are Torrent Greninja is going to be a UU worth 80 points, and Aegislash is going to be an OU worth 180 points. So remember that when you're doing your draft. If you need a refresher, we'll have it linked somewhere so that you guys can have that refresher during the draft. That those are the banned Pokemon and those are the missing ones. And make sure to remember that your megas will not cost any money. Disregard those point totals. Your mega costs zero money. It will only add or not add something to your point total. But yeah, so that pretty much wraps up the drafting system. The other things we want to add is that we're gonna invite a bunch of reliable, good battlers to for two reasons. One, we don't want anyone going missing or anything during the league. That's gonna really like we cherish like this is a it should be an honor that we're gonna invite you to this because we're trying to make this a huge league. So it should be an honor that you got invited to this. So we don't want to invite someone and then they don't take it seriously and they end up just dropping out or disappearing on us. We don't want that happening. So that's one of the reasons why it's invite only. And then secondly, um, to ensure that it's as competitive as possible, we just don't want the average battler who doesn't even watch the GBA format just jumping in and joining and then they're just like they're not adequate. They're not up to the level that we were seeking for this league. So we're also going to make it invite only because of that. Please don't be hurt if you don't get invited. This is just season 1 of it, and we will you can get involved in other ways. You could get involved by being an analyst, by being a power ranker, by doing a bunch of other fun series that we will have lined out in the blog that we'll put on Pokemon Amino. If you help in that way, or if you help a friend in the league and you just help be their little helper, kind of like a co-coach, but more of just you help them during the draft and you help them where you can when they're team building, that's going to help put you into the first people that we're going to ask to come and be in the next season of this league. So you wanna try to come and help if you don't get invited because that heightens your chances of getting invited for next season. And I think that's pretty much all I had to say. Is there anything you wanted to add to that, Nate?
The only thing I wanted to add to that is this is the International Pokemon Amino Association, and we are going to be having people from like all over the country, all over the world, and I'm so excited about this. I'm looking at people from what is it? I don't know, South America. There's people
Yep.
from I don't know. I really don't know countries. I'm sorry. I was so excited I forgot what countries.
Yeah, I
But yeah, so basically, I think we're gonna be inviting someone from Uruguay, Switzerland. That's the whole reason why it's gonna be the International Pokemon Amino Association. It's just for that reason we have people from all over out of the country, and it's gonna be amazing. Um, Now it is first come first serve. Basically, if we invite you, and you don't get back to us right away, there's still some other things that you could participate in. Like we were saying, it's not the end of the world. Because we will most likely have more than just one season of this. This is only the season one. It's just the beginning. So, we're gonna get out of here. Remember to subscribe to both my channel and Token's channel, and we'll see you guys next time. All right, peace. I don't know why I couldn't talk.